We have a lot to talk about, boxing people. So apparently, Dillian Whyte has tested positive again by VADA. This is the third time, for what I understand, that Dillian Whyte has tested positive. Way back in 2012, I understand he was banned for 2 years. He tested positive back for Oscar Rivas and then cleared his name. But I'm like, dude, after you get tested even just once and you come back positive, aren't you kind of, as a professional especially, aren't you kind of aware of what you're putting into your body? Aren't you real, strategic about what you put in your body so you don't test positive for anything? I mean, it's just not a good look. That's what happened to Jarrell Big Baby Miller when he was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua. And then Andy Ruiz stepped in and shocked the world. I understand Andy Ruiz made an offer to the Joshua camp too to get that trilogy fight. But I'm sure, Joshua always takes on the top fighter. So I wouldn't blame him for taking just like a quick tune-up fight before the potential Wilder fight. I right now I wouldn't mess with Andy Ruiz till I take care of Deontay Wilder. But what's crazy? I was watching Seconds Out. Shout out to them, and they were interviewing David Hay, and David Hay said something like Chisora contacted him about 2 weeks ago and let him know that Dillian Whyte would test positive. And it sounds like Chisora has the same camp ready that he had for the Usyk fight. Like he was planning to step in and take Dillian Whyte's place to fight AJ. Now, I didn't really want to see Chisora fight AJ because I know they're so good friends. And I'm like, what kind of fight is Chisora going to really put up, But I heard Gerald Washington, but Gerald Washington is a big guy, but he doesn't really have that punch to bring that, the aggression out of AJ. Then I heard something about Hasim Rockman Jr., I believe, who got stopped by one of Tommy Morrison's son, Lipe Morrison, I believe it was, or maybe the other one. There's two. And I saw Hasim Rockman Jr. fight that dude from the Cowboys. I can't remember if he won that. And then I think he pulled out of the Jake Paul fight. So I don't really want to see that. Side note, I thought it was interesting, though. I was watching a Hasim Rockman Jr. interview, and he was talking about his favorite fighter was Lennox Lewis. I thought that was funny since, the beef that Lewis and Hasim had, and Lewis really paid him back that on that rematch. But, I just thought that was interesting. But Lewis and Rockman are cool now. But anyway, back to the topic. How does Dillian Whyte keep testing positive? He says he's going to clear his name. It's not what it looks like. What are you taking that keeps coming up suspicious, man? I mean, if you're this close to the fight, dude, you should maybe just eat tomatoes until the week of the fight and drink a protein shake to make sure you don't lose too much weight. But dude, really? You risk losing all this money? Now, hopefully he can clear his name somehow in the fight. I still rather see Joshua versus Whyte 3 than Anthony Joshua versus Chisora or Gerald Washington. I'd like to see Joshua fight Big Baby Miller, but I don't know if he's ready. Big Baby, that is. But, I mean, come on, man. How do you keep testing positive if you're not doing anything shady? And that makes you look afraid, too. Like, man, I can't beat this guy unless I do some suspicious activity. Joshua probably has the most impressive physique out of all the heavyweights, and he's not testing positive for anything. And there are those who will say, well, he knows how to work around it. Well, whatever the case, he's not testing positive. So come on, Dillian, man. Come on, man. I was looking forward to this fight. I know a lot of people weren't. I wasn't one of them. But David Hayes said something weird, too. He was saying that this Chisora AJ fight should be pay-per-view. No, it shouldn't. First of all, the problem with Chisora is I like the guy, but he throws too many hooks. Joshua goes straight down the middle a lot, and his jab's too hard and improved, and the uppercut right down the middle. I don't see this going 4 rounds. If it does go 4, I don't see it going past anything, past 4. But come on, Dillian, man. You should have a nutritionist. You should have people watching you. Like anytime you're in the gym, anytime you're at a restaurant, anytime you're eating, to make sure nothing crazy is going into your body. Nothing crazy. Dude, this is ridiculous. I just thought of that Dillian Whyte lines thing. Kind of funny, huh? I know I seem extra serious on here. I'm really like a playful guy, but on here I come across real serious. But I had released a video I'd done a while back on who I thought would win, and it was titled something like, "Will Dillian prove me wrong and beat Anthony Joshua?" And I posted it for a second and I pulled it down. But what do you guys think? Do you think Dillian is clean, or is he Dillian White lines white? Anyway, it's the J. Roos Theory. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe, and be fearless. Yay.